Hey, peace people. Welcome to the L Spot Show. We are your hosts. What's your name?
Yes, I am Angela Yvonne.
I'm Jameer Pond. And if you don't see our comrade here, it's because she's gone for 2 weeks. Camille J, we love you, girl.
We miss you.
But we're going to hold it down for you, I promise.
Absolutely.
So you ready to do this? We're not going to
ready.
let her fail, all right?
Better not.
We're going to do this. Before we get in our amazing show, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, but you know, this week was kind of rough.
Oh, I
It was kind of rough.
No.
Not I caramba.
Okay, are you okay?
Yes, I'm good because
Okay.
I had this awesome playlist. I had a little bit of Beyonce, a little Mary J. Blige, a little Cardi B. And that ties into what we're going to be talking about today.
Okay.
How music gets our emotions together. We're also going to be talking to dancer Drew Dollaz, and he's going to show me some dance moves. And I'll be doing your entertainment fix. And of course, you'll be giving us a little bit of knowledge.
Dropping gems, baby.
Dropping those gems. So stay tuned to the L Spot Show.
That's right.
Now watch me work. Light, camera, action. Now watch me work. Light, camera, action.
Hey, welcome back to the L Spot Show. We're back. How you doing? You good?
I'm good.
All right. Now, for our conversation on music moves, nobody's an expert here. I'm not. Are you a little bit of...
I know a little bit something, but you know,
Okay,
we're gonna
well,
stick with facts.
Miss
We're gonna stick with
Teacher,
facts.
go ahead, do your thing. But I made sure I wrote on my card because I knew I wasn't going to remember anything. All right?
Absolutely.
So let me just give you some facts about music moves.
Okay.
All right. So according to Conscious Lifestyle magazine, do you know that music and neuroscience, they kind of intertwine and beneficial ways that hit the brain to make you feel emotion. So it's really the way music helps you, feel happy, feel sad. Maybe you want to punch somebody in the face. I don't know how violent you get, but that's the way.
I don't know if I want to punch somebody in the face, but I totally can understand.
Do you understand?
I understand.
Okay, well, let me give you some more. All right.
Ooh.
Music stimulates the brain in 4 different ways. Emotion, memory, neuroplasticity, which the word I just learned today.
That $800 word.
There you go. And that's basically learning and connectivity all at the same time.
Okay.
And attention. So it's the 4 ways that music is affecting the brain.
Okay.
All right? So
Okay.
music can also peak emotions and it releases dopamine. So when people say that they got that dope, cat, boom, they got that dope. That's what's running through their body when they're hearing like all the things. That's the emotion that's running through their body.
Okay.
And it also increases pleasure.
Oh.
So that's when Jodeci comes
Yes,
on. You know what I'm saying?
yes, 'cause that-
Every time I close my eyes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Get that
You
rip.
wake up, feel it. Okay.
Come on, keep it PG-13. What are we doing here? All right, and singing actually releases oxytocin. It's a hormone that's called the cuddle hormone.
Oh.
So while women, I want to cuddle,
So
because when I sing Sweet Nothings, they want to cuddle.
So when you turn on the music, it's
When I
instant,
turn
like,
in the music.
it's a switch that goes off in my brain that'd be like, oh, let me cuddle my man.
Let me cuddle with my man or my significant other. So that's something that you learn. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
And I too have did a little bit of research.
Come on, Miss
on
Teacher.
what's going on with music and how it messes with our brain.
Yeah.
You know that listening as a child and the music makes them communicate better.
So children that hear music, they can communicate more
Yes,
effectively.
they can
Okay.
communicate more effectively. And a study from the Journal of Music Therapy says that music is a way to get the kids to jump out of their shell, communicate a little better. Why am I not talking well today?
Okay.
And it also evokes emotions in children, and they're able to communicate a little bit better. Like, for instance, if they're sad, Beethoven. If they're happy, Pharrell. I'm so happy.
Or Johnny Gill.
Yeah.
Rub you right way.
As a child,
I mean, look,
you're gonna rub the right way. Okay.
off early.
Okay. And music had succeeded where their language had failed.
Okay. So while they can't communicate as far as speaking.
Right.
Like if the child is doing this or
Yes.
rocking back and smiling, they're
Yes.
saying, hey, I like what I'm hearing.
Yeah, exactly. So if
Okay.
they can't really say mama and daddy, they can tell, like, when you play certain music, they fill it in, and then they're just, you've seen those videos.
I see when you
With
rock
the
back and
babies.
forth. Yeah.
You play certain music, like when they played with Biggie, the baby would stop crying, and then it was like,
Right. When they play
it was
Hypnotize,
the
I remember
boom.
that. Yeah.
It was the boom.
It was the boom.
it was the boom.
as
The
we
boom
call
gets
it.
them every time.
Okay.
So I want to play a little game with you.
You want to play a game?
Yes.
All
I
right.
want to see what kind of music evokes emotions in Jameer.
Ah, okay, all right.
So, what motivates you? Like, what song just gets you motivated when you're ready to go? Maybe you're having a test, maybe an interview, you in the gym trying to pump it up.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I thank you for noticing my pectorials.
I saw.
At the same
I
time.
saw.
What song motivates me? I would have to say Victory by the Notorious B.I.G., Puff Daddy, and Busta Rhymes.
Yes, you did a threefer.
Did a threefer because like that song, not only does it have the Rocky sample, but you combine the lyrics of B.I.G., you know, the take that of Puff Daddy and Busta just yelling at you. I mean, you do that extra mile on the treadmill.
Yeah.
You know, you make sure your Usher V is cut because you go hard when you hear that song.
Your own personal trainer.
Hey, I don't need one except for them. All right, what about you?
Well, my motivational song is Mariah Carey, Make It Happen.
Give me a little bit of that, because I don't know.
Make it happen.
Sound just like her too. Just,
New Year's
okay, all right. Why for you? Why is that
Because
motivating?
that song is when she wrote it, when she first came on the scene, and she talked about how she had nothing. She was, you know, sleeping on the floor. She didn't have no money to eat, but it just kept her pushing.
Okay.
And it takes a lot to keep pushing when you don't have nothing to eat.
Yes, except for tuna fish.
Okay.
You'll get tired of it. I'm telling you.
Love tuna
You'll
fish.
make it happen.
Well, I did love tuna fish. But anyway, what is your favorite love song?
Oh, favorite love song. You know what love song I like? Little Game We Play by Subway and 702.
Oh, yes.
Girl, I
702.
want you to share so we can play the little game we play. You go hide and I will see. I should have
Yes.
been. I should have been in the
You know
group,
what?
man.
Why are you here? Why are you here?
I don't know how to take that.
I
But
mean,
I'm taking
you should
it as a
go on
good
tour.
Okay, just
You
making
should go
sure
on
we're on
tour.
the same page. What about your favorite love song?
My favorite song is Never Gonna Let You Go by Faith Evans. And every time I hear that song, I just start crying because love is such a powerful thing, and it just does something to me. It just really
You look
does.
like you're reminiscing.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's just a beautiful song. That love song is just, Next. Okay, I got one for you.
Okay.
What song do you listen to when you're sad? Like when you really want to have that gut-wrenching cry?
I'm going to say Sometimes It Snows in April by Prince. Beautiful song. Prince actually wrote it for one of his friends that passed away in the 80s. And yeah, it's just beautiful. Every time I hear that song, it just, I may shed a tear. I might shed a tear.
Prince does it.
Prince does do it.
You know, his song Nothing Compares to You,
That's yours.
that's mine.
Okay.
And I like the way that he sang it, and I love the way Sinead O'Connor sang it.
Mm.
Oh my God. And then they just have her in the video, bald-headed, no makeup, and she does
Shed that one tear.
that one tear. It was over for me.
Make you want to ugly cry a little bit.
Ugly
Prince
cry.
makes songs that make you want to ugly cry.
And I
No, we're not going to cry
won't
here.
do it.
Keep it
I won't
together.
do it. I won't do it.
All right.
All right. When we're about to go out and party,
That's our party.
we're gonna do,
We do the funky chicken.
we're gonna do the funky chicken.
do the funky
We're gonna do
chicken?
the funky chicken. What is your party song?
Oh, it's got to be Montel Jordan. This Is How We Do It.
Okay.
It's like the UN of songs. It helps black people get right. It helps white people get right. Asian, Latino.
Oh.
That song just break barriers. And it's my favorite karaoke song that I sing.
So if I go to a karaoke bar, there you are.
This is how we do it.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm not coming.
Crazy. We gonna fight after this. Crazy. See why Camille should be here? She would never do that to me.
But my favorite song to get the party started, I love Anything by Cardi B.
Okay.
And I know I don't look like I would listen to something like that, but my favorite song is Stripper Hoe.
I could not tell by the blazer that
You know,
that would be one of your
Always
favorite
the ones
songs.
in the blazer.
All right. Wow.
Always in the blazer. But this just made me want to update my playlist. And I am definitely going to do that when I leave up out of here because you gave me some great inspirational songs.
Hey, I'm happy I could provide, and I would be listening to more Cardi B now.
Absolutely.
Now I get
I
ready.
need you to do Stripper Hoe.
Okay.
But we are going to hear from our sponsors. Then I'm going to give you a little bit of entertainment fix. And then we will have Drew Dollaz here with us. So stay tuned. Gabrielle Union is gracing the cover of the March issue of Redbook. High off her remarkable year of becoming a New York Times best-selling author of We're Going to Need More Wine, the launch of her hair care line, Flawless by Gabrielle Union, and her boo, Dwayne Wade, being traded back to the 305. And she is in her second season of her clothing line with New York & Company. The mogul shows no sign of slowing down. She stars in the movie Breaking In, which drops on Mother's Day. A Wrinkle in Time has hit the theaters, and it is a sight to see. Oprah Winfrey, Reese Witherspoon, and Mindy Kaling rounds up the all-star cast. With wonder producer Ava DuVernay at the helm, tells the story of a little girl who was thought to be ordinary, but goes on to do extraordinary things. The movie is now in theaters. Well, ladies, Kofi is off the market. Allegedly. The Queen Sugar star was recently seen with model Ducky Thoughts and professed being in awe of her on the gram. First is Idris, and now Kofi. Now I know the world is about to end. Well, we got what we wanted. Black Panther has got the green light for the sequel after doing almost $1 billion in the box office. All that melanin would once again get our hearts racing. Fans are hoping that it includes the storyline of Storm and Black Panther's relationship. And I'm hoping they find a way to bring back Killmonger. It's the movies. It's Wakanda. Anything can happen. Well, let's keep the combo going. Follow us at the hashtag The L Spot Show. I'm Angela Yvonne, and you have officially been fixed. Follow me at Absolutely Angela Yvonne and Entertainment_Fix, where you can get a dose of pop culture in 2 minutes, and we will see you soon. Yes, and we are back, and we are with dancer extraordinaire, Drew Dollaz. He's going to show us a little bit of dance moves, but we're going to get a little bit into his business. Hey, Drew.
Hey, how you doing?
Drew, welcome.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
No problem.
Thanks for being here, Drew. I'm so excited for you to be here.
Oh, really?
Yes, because I don't know how to dance, and I'm just ready.
All right.
I've been
Working on your robot?
Yeah, and
I don't know what that was, so it's not a reflection
you
of
know,
the show.
when I knew you were coming, I was gonna pop it.
Yeah,
but
she's been watching the Genuine video.
The icebox where her heart used to be.
That's facts. Marion.
Mario, I'm done. You will not do this to me. So, I just wanted to ask you, like, I am not from New York,
Okay.
but I know that you specialize in bone breaking.
Yes, that is like the main technique in which I use as far as like it's kind of a novelty act as far as like when you talk about, you know, specialties that people do to pretty much book the jobs. But this is something that's like very well known here in New York. It was actually like, I could say birthed here as far as rhythmic bone breaking, like contortion to music, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Every time I see it, it just makes me feel like, I was like, did he remove a bone? Because the first time I saw it was on American Best Dance Crew.
Right.
And they did a whole thing, and I was mesmerized.
Right.
And ever since then, I've been...
That was actually like the first time it got displayed on national TV.
Right.
I mean, you have people who performed on like 106 in Park and whatnot, but like across the nation, like that was like the big door opener for the dance style.
A lot of us from Brooklyn, specifically, okay, remember Flex in Brooklyn.
Right.
Where, like, it wasn't even called bone break. It was just called flexing.
Right.
So, like, in the early 2000s, you used to see all these dudes every, like, Friday at, like, 9 o'clock.
Right.
It was different crews of men and women, and they'd be flexing, which is now considered bone breaking. And I actually read that you got your kind of start. Was it your start or that...
I mean, that was really the inspiration started.
Gotcha.
I mean, my crew actually danced for Flex in Brooklyn, but I didn't join the crew until after Flex in Brooklyn was already gone.
Okay.
So, as far as like Flex in Brooklyn is concerned, like everybody's from Brooklyn knows the same thing. Like
That's
the
the
Friday
Mecca.
9 o'clock.
That's the Mecca.
It's just like what happened was like the owners, they really created like this community, this culture of like a whole bunch of people, not even just dancers, people who love dance, love the art, you know what I'm saying? Like it was so big in the late 90s, early 2000s that, you know, it was so shocking that it was something so local, you know? But it really got to the point where it got to the point where it disappeared, and like the show wasn't going on anymore. They wasn't doing the showcases anymore. So
That hurt my heart, man.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
what happened is like things kind of transitioned into like single one-on-one battles, and this is where like Battle Fest came into play.
Right,
Right.
right. Which I have a friend who currently dances in Battle Fest. She's
Dope.
dope. Shout out to Lizzie Lubna
Yes,
doing her thing.
that's my people.
Is it?
Yes.
Look at God. Look at God.
Yes.
I'm jealous. I want to be part of a crew.
No.
No.
I mean,
That's fine.
The thing about Cruz is that it does become a headache. You know what I'm saying? That's why, for the most part, I do a lot of solo work as well as the group work because, you know, try to get everybody on the same accord.
Right.
And you know where you want to go with what you have and what you want to do. It kind of pulls you back when you try to get everybody on the same page. So I try to do both, but more so like focused on me as a solo artist.
Got you.
So, what would be the difference between the way you dance and a b-boy?
So the thing about b-boys is, once again, they have a novelty act as well, where it's like all the backflips and spinning, like it's a specialty. But I feel like it's a different form of hip hop dance, and you know, when it comes to flexing and bone breaking, it wasn't inspired by hip hop originally. It's like it came from reggae dancehall, and then it got like, we was kind of influenced by different, like I would say, cultures when it got to like the YouTube era, where we was able to like literally watch dancers from different parts of the world, and it influenced the style to go in a totally different direction. Because back in the late '90s, early 2000s, Bruck Up was like the Bruck Up. That was like the.
My Bruck Up is not official, but like,
What's a brother?
oh, we gonna learn all of this.
So Bruck Up was pretty much the main inspiration for what people performed on Flex in Brooklyn, and then it twisted once like flexing died out, and the culture pretty much, like the dancers of the culture started looking at different things for inspiration, and then the hip hop influenced it heavily. So then you got tutting, gliding, waves, all this different stuff that incorporated into it. So if you ask people today what flexing is, they'll pretty much, it's hard to tell the difference now. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. Now, you actually, before we wrap up, you actually now are on camera. You have your own show called The Mix.
Yes.
And I wanted to know, like, you've been bone breaking and flexing for years, but now you're stepping into like kind of our realm. I flex
Right.
in Brooklyn. You know,
Yes.
what's harder for you to do that or to be flexing?
I mean, it's totally easy for me to dance. Like, that's something that I've been doing for years. But as far as like stepping into the media realm of it, I feel like the dance world is missing that. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
There's nothing that really speaks about dance and dance politics and what, like, you know what I'm saying, dance media in general. So there's a lot of people putting out content and work, and they don't get the same type of platforms as music artists. So incorporating something where, like, you know, a media platform for dance, I feel like I'm a very, like, you know, opinionated person. So it works
Right.
out for me to be like, oh yeah, so this is what I think about this, that, and the third. So I mean, it's just starting something new to give dancers another opportunity to display their stuff and get it on a level where, if it's not on the same level as a music artist, at least we have something for us, you know?
Perfect.
Drew, how was it dancing with Madonna?
See, this was actually my first like big, I could say gig. Like as soon as I around this time I had just got an agent, so the first thing in which I booked was like a Metro PCS commercial, and then
Yes.
I got back from Japan, and as soon as I got back from Japan, I went to this audition, and it was crazy to me because when you get into a room for an audition for somebody like Madonna, there's so many dancers with like that you see on movies, that you see on tour with other people, and you're like, what am I doing here? And I had that because, you know, I wasn't like a dancer who was trained in choreography and things of that nature. So like, I'm just a freestyle dancer with like, you know, my specialty. And I'm like, all right, what am I gonna do? Because these guys, because they had this set choreography that they wanted us to learn, but being that I never trained in choreography,
You
it
had
was
to
harder
freestyle.
for me to pick up on the movements. So it got to the point where I almost left the audition. Like I was
Wow.
literally like, yeah, this is
Like,
not,
I'm done.
yeah, it's like I'm out of my league right now. And what was crazy is I ran into another dancer who also danced amongst the flex scene. His name is Spider.
Spider.
And
No, he's a legend.
Yeah.
Not even guessing it. He's a legend.
he was actually in the group that was on ABDC, America's Best Dance Group.
Yeah.
So I ran into him and we kind of like looked at the choreography and we made it our own.
What?
And then the choreographers that was there was like, we like what you did. We want you to do it in front of her. And, you know, she strolled in. Of course, they did the whole process where everybody is pretty much like showing, okay, here's the choreography that we learned today. And then they let us dance by ourselves. And we like
Killed it.
Killed it.
took over. You know what I'm saying?
Did you pass out when she came into the room?
No, you know the
Or
thing
were you
is,
like-
you know, since I'm born and raised in the urban communities, she's not that.
Right.
She wasn't that big of an artist.
Right.
Like maybe if it
Right.
was like Jay-Z himself, it was like, oh nah.
You better freestyle rap and get it poppin'.
But you know, it's just fact. But you know, after working with her, you understand like how iconic she is and how long
Yeah.
she's been doing. Like her career stretched longer than my lifetime. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
She started off as a dancer.
You know, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, just dancing with her, you learn so much as an artist, you know, and it's like, you're really a perfectionist, and maybe I should take what I do more serious because, yeah, I'm seeing myself as a dancer, but there's so much more that I can do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's like I can, you know, incorporate, I can start acting, I can start doing other stuff and incorporate it into my dance style. So it's not just, all right, you're that Brooklyn kid that just do flex. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, you dabble in ballet now. Okay, now you're doing contemporary.
Okay.
And you incorporate these other elements to make you a better dancer. Have you know, have more, I would say, like resources to your style.
Right.
So this is just a lot of things in which I learned working with her. She's a perfectionist. And, you know, originally working with her, it was like, I got to get this right. I got to get these steps because, you know, they'll send me home, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, even after you get the job, this is what's running through your head. It's
gotta
like,
keep the
God,
job.
you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Because, like, in the process, you see people losing their jobs. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
she don't have the right look. It's like, I picked her, but then I changed my mind.
Yeah.
You see her like, she has blonde hair, make her hair black. Because I want to be the only blonde on stage.
Whoa.
Stuff like that. So it's like, yo, my time is number. You know what I'm saying? That's what it feels like.
Cisco
That's what
it out. Ooh.
No, that's what it feels like. And it's like,
Oh no.
but you know, after doing the Super Bowl, which was like dancing in front of billions of people, because there's already like hundreds of thousands of people, but it's
But
like
now
so
you
many
got
people
people
that's-
watching at home.
Yeah, and then you know, people who continue to watch after that, you know, and then you know, she decided that she wanted to take me on tour afterwards.
Wow.
So I ended up doing a 3-leg tour. We did Europe, North America, South America, and a little bit of Asia. So I was able to, like, within this 1 year, I was able to do so much, and it was like the first gig in which you really have. So it put the bar really high in my career to try to
Absolutely.
beat that. So what I learned to do after that was not to aim so big with the gigs in which I do, like bring me, like, go backwards and build it back up so that, you know, I'm not stuck with the whole thing of people looking at me like, oh yeah, that's Madonna's dancer, because you
Right.
kind of lose your identity when you dance for artists.
Especially
Right.
something so big like
yeah.
Madonna. It's Madonna.
Yeah,
Yeah.
her name is massive, and it's
Yeah.
like it's still cool to be considered Madonna's dancer, but you still, as an artist, you want to have your own identity. So it's just going back and working on my own projects, and you know, just doing me rather than, you know, aiming so high. I mean, of course, I dance for other artists like Rihanna and Skrillex and stuff like that. But
Well, those are high too.
Yeah. So you
lost
didn't-
over that.
no, I'm not saying
You're
that. it's-
dancing with Buffy on the corner.
I'm not saying.
That's boom and boom. That's
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I wasn't aiming lower.
Right.
It's just that, you know, I don't make it my priority to be a backup dancer.
Gotcha.
Right.
It's like
Right.
it's like I do it here and there. It's not like, oh yeah, I finished this tour. Let me see if I can get on this next tour. Like,
Gotcha.
I don't aim for that, because then you really get stuck in that world.
Trying to make the brand as a whole.
Exactly. I want to be recognized as Drew Dollaz,
Right.
Yes.
not as Madonna's dancer.
So you do a TV show called The Mix again, but what are some of the other projects that you were doing to continue to build that dancing career?
Right. So I still go to auditions and do music videos, do like commercials or whatnot. I actually have 2 that's gonna air this year. I have 1 T-Mobile and 1 Sony commercial.
Congrats.
Thank you. I actually did. I'm working on like solo projects as far as like putting out like creative content, as far as like concept videos, dance videos, where it's like we strike on topics like you know, the mass incarceration of, you know, African Americans, the, you know, the slavery in Libya.
Yeah.
And just like stuff of that nature, and just really like, because we're in a time where Black people are really looking into themselves and like getting real knowledge of the histories. Like at one point in time, we used to talk so negative. Well, not, I'm pretty sure not us, but there was Black people talking negative about Black people as far as like Africans, and it was like, oh, you African.
That looks down.
It had,
Yep.
it had a negative feedback. You know, people had negative perceptions about what Africa was, but now everybody is so embracing it, and it's like, yes, the motherland or whatever. So it's like, it's a perfect time for us to actually show the beauty of, you know, our culture, because, you know, they take everything from our culture and they leave us with what's left over.
Yeah, Black Panther got us all the way together. Got us all the way. Wakanda got us all the way together.
That's right.
Oh my goodness. So since you were telling your story about working with Madonna and you didn't know like the basic steps as in ballet, have you gone on to take more classes?
Yes.
Are you a choreographer now?
I embrace like more styles of dance now, because like just being in this industry, you know that, you know, you don't want to be subjected to just, you know, okay, that's all he could do, so we only gonna call him when that type of job is here. You want to be able to do this, do that, and be diverse. So I pretty much, take more classes. I teach what I do, like just being able to, because, you know, like I said, it was a street dance style. So, and being that it's had a whole bunch of new elements to it, we had to give names to different things, give a vocabulary to be able to teach it.
Right.
It's like we can't just go and say, I'm teaching this, but all right, so this is what we're doing, and then it's like, but what are you doing?
Right.
So we had to pretty much give everything names, build it in a way where we can teach it to other people. And I teach internationally. I do a lot of dance festivals and things of that nature. So it's just, I just try to keep my doors open and just be all over the place, rather than saying, all right, I'm gonna just do commercials or I'm just do stage performances. Just try to hit every avenue.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Look, we got more with Drew Dollaz coming up, but first we got to pay some bills, so take a look at our sponsor.
Well, we are back with dancer Drew Dollaz. I got my glitter top on, and I am ready. He's going to make me ready for a tour.
All right. Let's go, Boom Boom Cat.
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna teach y'all a couple of 8 counts of tutting. So y'all are familiar with tutting?
Yes.
Explain, though, for people who might not be.
All right, so tutting is pretty much it's a dance style that's like a sub-style of hip-hop. It started in like the funk era, back in like the 1970s. And what it really pretty much is like, it's a replication, it's a dance rhythmic style of like looking like the hieroglyphics in Egypt. So that's why, that's what the idea, like tutting, like King Tut.
Gotcha.
Okay, got it.
So
Pharaohs.
we're gonna get into it.
All right.
We're gonna get into it. All right. So
so
we're gonna start here at 1,
1,
2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
5,
6,
sheesh,
7,
7,
8. We're gonna go back to the beginning, okay?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
'Cause I already lost
I'm
it.
ready. I'm
right.
ready. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah. 5,
Ah!
6, 7, 8. We're gonna do it a couple of times so it's like in your system.
Oh, we got to do it faster?
It's gonna end up being faster. And this is the funny thing about tutting, because every time I teach it, I'm like, yeah, it feels good without the music, but once you put on the music, you're
We gotta-
completely lost.
We got to
Yeah.
give it energy to
Because
it.
the actual timing will be like,
Okay.
but
Freestyle.
yeah,
We got to do 1.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, this is not 8. This is 8. What did I skip?
I think
we did
boom,
1,
boom. Did we
2,
do
this.
cat right here. Boom, cack.
Cack.
Cack. Boom, cack. Then it's boom,
Boom.
back.
Bam.
Damn, man,
Okay.
they hit it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay?
Ooh.
So from here, we're gonna go 1. So we're gonna put a box on your shoulder.
So, am I still?
Yes.
Okay.
So this one is gonna stay. You gonna go here?
Got you.
This.
So,
So 1,
back.
you're gonna put that box in front of you. 2,
Oh, like, okay, so it's a box.
yes.
Oh,
You-
hold on.
So from,
Box?
yes.
Unboxing.
You're gonna put the box in front of you. So you're gonna keep this arm straight. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
You're gonna move the box over here. Yes. And you're gonna put it back on this shoulder. So
1,
down.
2,
Over.
3,
Back
4.
up.
Okay.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna keep that hand.
Got it right here.
So put it forward.
So it's-
Put this arm down.
Okay.
This is the box in front of you,
This is the box.
and then this is the box up here.
Boom. Volume, 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 volume. Drew Dollaz, ladies and gentlemen, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And where can they find you? Social
Yes.
media, your show.
So everything as far as my social media is at Drew Dollaz, DREWDOLLAZ. The mix, you can catch that on battlefestleague.com as a social stream, $5 a month. And you can pretty much get all dance content, dance battles, the mix. There's a lot of things that you get for just that $5. What else? Yeah, everything else in which I'm doing, you can catch on my social media.
So, you think I'm ready for tour?
I mean, I think you should, get in the mirror.
Wait, not the tap dance.
Because that's all I can remember.
Nothing about tap dancing.
Yeah, but she's ready.
Improvise.
She's ready.
Look, I'm ready for some water and some bang. I'm a little sore. So let's take a break, Drew.
Yes.
Thank you for being here, my
No
brother.
doubt.
Appreciate
Absolutely.
you.
Thank you so much.
Hey, I'm about to drop some gems on you. Take a look right now.
Yes.
Gems on that. Hey, this is Jameer Pond dropping gems. That's right, here for another week of wisdom. And I can't believe we're about to leave March. And I feel bad because I haven't even saluted all the amazing women for Women History Month. Shout out to all the wonderful women celebrating this month. You guys should be exalted all year, but we only got a month to do it. So let's get to it. Specifically, I wanted to give a shout out to all the amazing women who represent themselves on our television and movie screens. I mean, for the last century, women like Hattie McDaniels and Josephine Baker have broken down the doors of black cinema, black representation as far as women on camera. For the masses, they knocked down the door. And now we have people like Tracee Ellis Ross, Ava DuVernay, Sanaa Lathan, Regina King, Tiffany Haddish, who we celebrate in all of her blackness. If you look at things like The Jeffersons and Good Times, those two shows specifically had strong black women at the helm of the family, really holding things down. Yes, the men were there, the men were holding things down, but the women were the backbone of the family. And that trait of black women could be seen throughout cinema and TV screens up until now. I'm very thankful for the representations that we had. There would be no Tracee Ellis Ross as Rainbow Johnson if there was no Felicia Rashad as Claire Huxtable. The versatility of black actresses have shaped the characteristics that you might not necessarily see if you weren't watching a certain program or a certain movie. So I'm very thankful for movies like Black Panther that show strong black women. I'm very thankful for shows like Blackish and Grownish, which shows black women in strong roles in different parts of their lives. Representation is very, very, very important. So for me and everybody here at the L Spot Show, I want to thank all the amazing women who have set the trail and blazed it for not only black women in the future, but for black people in the future. Your representation has made us better, and I thank you to Regina Kings. I thank you, the Oprah Winfreys. I thank you to Ava DuVernays. You guys have taken the positive attributes of black people, and you guys have magnified that for the world to see. And that's a huge responsibility. So all my women salute, but especially my black women, thank you. I'm Jameer Pond. Go ahead and pick up them gems. Peace. Not too bad for our first rodeo. Did you have a good time?
I had the best time ever.
There you go.
Dancer extraordinaire Drew Dollaz was with us, and he taught me some moves.
He didn't teach you that. I don't even know.
No,
what is that?
That was called the. Wait, hold. No, but he did teach us this. Hold on. I think I got it.
You don't have. I mean, okay. All right.
Shut your mouth.
Put your prayer hands down. Okay. All right. Thank you guys. Hope you guys also learned a lot about music moods. That's the reason why you want to punch somebody in the face every time you hear DMX. I mean,
I'm taking away your playlist.
Why?
You need Mariah so you can woosah.
No, we need more Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang. That's the problem.
Well, thanks again to Drew Dollaz. And make sure you follow me at Absolutely Angela Yvonne.
Ladies, you can follow me on Facebook if you're over 40 and feeling frisky at Jameer Pond. Everybody else, you can find me at It's Jameer on Twitter and Instagram.
Are you sure?
I mean, I'm positive.
And make sure you keep tuning in to the L Spot, where you can network and be recognized.
Peace.
Soul music.
You gon' love this.
I can't believe where I'm at now. I dreamt about this for a while. I knew I'd be a superstar. Didn't think I was gonna make it far. Been through trials and tribulations. Almost lost faith, thought I wouldn't make it. But my God is the greatest. And now's my time to shine and be fearless. Now is my time.